DeleteLawz's low-energy Saturday night stream. An aging and tired Chille DeCastro again avoided a promised wall-building livestream Saturday night as he opted out of building his Constitutional Law Scholar board game to go back to bed. DeCastro's promise came at the end of a 3-hour livestream that was clearly wearing on the 50-year-old YouTuber. His speech patterns were slow, and reactions distorted throughout the broadcast. Even his character of JD, which is what he now calls his southern accent persona, took on a distorted lisp. The YouTuber was able to bring out the persona as he called the McNairy, Georgia, Sheriff's Office to complain about former Deputy Connor Bracken. Bracken was recently fired from his job last week after allegedly killing 7 dogs during an animal welfare check on the animals. In typical DeCastro fashion, he called as JD after hours on Saturday and was directed by the person who answered his call to call the sheriff's office during normal hours on Monday. He, instead, lingered, giving his anti-police views before the person excused herself and hung up on the YouTuber. The YouTuber offered no updates on his dog Charlie, who he said was deathly ill over the past 2 weeks. This is the second live stream where DeCastro has completely avoided talking about the dog's health issues. DeCastro had no difficulty expressing his feelings about Donald Trump supporters or the MAGA movement. He said that MAGA has the best assholes on the planet and shared various clips of those in the MAGA movement demanding special treatment or making racist comments. He later clarified that he didn't like Democrats or Republicans or MAGA equally but continued to disparage the MAGA movement well after making shots at Democratic supporters. Towards the end of the broadcast, DeCastro announced that if he folded his indestructible trifolds in half, he could cut shipping costs from $11 per order to $6.20 per order since it would fit in a smaller mailer. Since the trifolds are indestructible, they should theoretically recover from being folded in half, while customers shouldn't care as they were saving nearly $5 in shipping costs. DeCastro then pondered aloud if the $11 shipping costs were the reason for his recent decline in trifold sales before making a voice memo to change the shipping charge on his website immediately. No mention was made of his Patreon or First Amendment Auditor YouTube channel, which now sits at 414 total subscribers, up 1 in the past day. TeamDLZ.com was mentioned, only briefly, as DeCastro confusingly said he'd be putting up videos of his construction of his studio on Constitutional Law Scholar instead of his private server. The move to Twitter/X was again a focus for DeCastro, who told the 142 people in his chat to also watch him on his Twitter/X feed. That feed quickly grew to 98 viewers as his YouTube viewers artificially inflated his Twitter/X numbers. Overall, he did 234 views on Twitter to 2,982 views on Facebook as of 3 a.m. Eastern Time Sunday morning. He earned $427 in super chats, which he'll miss out on if he ever does make the switch to Twitter/X from YouTube. DeCastro implied that he would be back to live stream in vertical format to put up his wall prop for Constitutional Law Scholar but had not returned to live streaming by 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday morning.